Hi, I'm Lisa, and I've studied in UWE in Bristol. It's the University of West England in the UK, and I studied drawing and print, which is like a fine arts course. Um, Bristol is a very artsy place. It's where Banksy was from, and I feel like it's a very nice place if you're gonna pursue something that's more of a creative side. For me, I personally liked how there was a lot of art shops compared to Brunei, and they have a better variety of paints, paintbrushes, and more materials. And I feel for Bristol, it's a very nice place to actually just live. But personally, I wasn't able to. I had a culture shock, so I'm currently not studying there anymore. I'm going to Singapore to LaSalle and got an offer for design communication because I feel for the course, I would be more interested in something that's more commercialized. Honestly, as an experience, it was pretty shocking because I didn't know like at all. Like I was expecting myself to actually finish the whole course, but like knowing myself to like drop out, it was a very scary thing. But I feel sometimes that our paths can change, so that's just what you have to do, and if you can't get through it, there's always a way. So when I actually came back to Brunei, I wasn't offered yet. I actually just applied, and after that I was actually offered because I only applied for that one university and got it. I was pretty happy for it. So although it was a very different experience in UK, I felt like it was something that was nice to experience, and it was quite a maturing experience, I would say. For the UWE campus, for the art section, you don't actually study in the campus, you study in the city where it's just one building. And I have to work from the accommodation to the campus for like 10 minutes. The studio is actually very nice. They have a very natural lighting kind of area, and it's very big. And there was like a river, seaside, and oh no, just a riverside and a harbor, which I feel like it's a very nice place if you go there. The weather is for this year it was actually very cold because they did say that Bristol hasn't snowed for maybe around 10 years and they suddenly snow. And I feel weather can actually really influence me. For personally myself, it influenced me a lot because being in Brunei since I was born for 18 years, it's very hot. And going to UK, it was just too cold for me. And I personally don't like the cold and I like the sunshine. um, the reason I chose to switch to another course was personally I feel the dynamic of the class is actually really important because for me tend to work at my best, and I from small I was pushed to work a lot. But being in an art course for the first semester, it was at a very slow pace and I felt like I didn't really fit in. So what's something that surprised me a lot for my course was that a lot of the people in the course is from UK and not really from an international variety. So I quite felt like a separation. But I did manage to have some few friends from UK and they were very fun. But I kind of missed that whole cultural family bond that I was in from Brunei. So I did feel like I did miss home a lot. My timetable, it was very I did have a lot of time to have to go to class, but I just figured out that a lot of the time was actually studio time, so you have to go to class yourself and the teacher won't be there and you have to do your work yourself in class. And maybe you'll have class for around 5 hours for workshops and maybe lectures for 1 hour a day. So I feel like in university for arts you have to be very initiative. So that's what's one thing that IB taught me from CAS, from doing all that initiative work, going around doing from one experience to another. It tends to stick to you. So like going to exhibitions, museums, it was a very nice experience to go through, especially from Brunei since that there wasn't much of that. Studying IB was a lot of work, and I feel like from going for a more variety of subject to a more specific subject, it was quite like a pressure because you tend to think towards the future of what you're gonna do and stuff. And especially for art, I felt like a lot of the people in my course were worrying about it, and a lot, I would say, did drop out because they did worry about it. But I felt for me, I did think through it a lot, so I decided to change to another course that will be more that will have a more market in the future. And my favorite memory of ISB would be of all my friends. Like when we have free period and we're meant to study, but we try to fool around. And yeah, I'll tend to miss like all of the friends that we made in ISB, because I feel that's one of the most important back here. And especially for my teacher, Miss Hassel, in the arts department, she was very nice, and I learned a lot of art skill sets, and she tried to open me up to more subjects and variety and all the significance of art elements.